Bum bum, how's it going? Yeah, it's I again, TJ Taurai Jack, and welcome to M5 Property Addicts, where we literally talk about anything and everything on here. But here's the thing, right? And you might be one of those people that heard that if you buy deceased estates, there's good money in it, right? It's true, right? It's true. There is good money in it. But I also want to state the fact that you need to brace for a couple of things. And I'm going to speak to those couple of things because I want to show you guys a deceased estate that I bought, and it's almost 2 years on. And at the end of this video, I am going to show you some of the opportunities that are in a deceased estate that you might have not thought about. But here we go. So what is a deceased estate? So the first one is that a deceased estate is just basically, in today's world, we're living in the COVID era. So you and I, we're going to die. So if you die and your properties are not in some form of a structure, things like that, your properties that you have, whether it's one or whether it's plenty, they are going to go into some form of an estate. In that estate, what's going to happen? They're going to appoint what's called an executor, right? I got that term, right? And that person is obviously going to collect everything else in terms of all of the assets and liabilities that you've got, and they're going to work very closely with the High Court, which is called the Masters of the Court, right? I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Yes, so it is the Master's Office, right? Basically, it's at the High Court. Everything happens there, right? So now you've got this property now, and normally they work with attorneys, so which means that your property now, together with your asset and liabilities, everything else now goes through to this person now who is going to be executor, and they're going to be the attorney. What's their job? To wind off the estate. What do I mean by winding off the estate? Small things. It means that you're not owing the government, you're not owing on the liabilities. So we're going to sell whatever you have, making sure that we can balance off, right? And that's what they're going to do. So guess what? The person who is going to be appointed here to work on your affairs, they don't care about you. They don't care about who your siblings and your wife, your kids, they don't care, right? It's a numbers thing. They're doing their job. There's no emotions around here. And that's why I think that there potentially is a lot of opportunities for people that are playing the real estate, because what happens here is that when they are now selling off these properties, right? When they are now selling off these properties, they have to sell them to settle off debt, some of your other liabilities that we might not know, including the bank and all of those things. Let's say you didn't have any insurance and things like that. But we're not here to talk about what your executor's role and the attorney that's going to manage this is going to do. What I want to talk to you about is the opportunities that lies with deceased estates. So the first one that we have already seen is that potentially you can buy these properties at a cheaper rate. Is that correct? Yes, you can, right? I've bought a couple before and I continue hunting in that space, so I like that space. Then the second thing that I want to stress out is that families, or should I say people by nature, they come up with, there's always family wrangles. I don't know if your family is clean. Mine is no exception. There's always no they said, he said, no, I don't talk to that uncle, all of those things. And all of those things, right? So there's going to be some family wrangles here and there. And then eventually, potentially, there could be a one house or two houses or three houses that are just going to be left idle, like in jail. Like nobody knows what's happening on that house, and it gets dilapidated because now when there is in-house family fights, what basically happens is that who suffers? The asset suffers, the kid suffers, the widow suffers. What am I trying to say here? Sort out your issues, whether you're a man or a wife, whether you're a man or a woman. Sort out your issues, your affairs, before you go and see Jesus. But in the event that that is not done now, what's going to happen? The properties are not going to be sold off. So I want to show you guys a property that I actually bought. And this property here is a property that I bought for less than 300,000. Its value is 900,000. I went in to put an odd 300, 350 in it. And I still am in control of the property. So I haven't bought it. I'm in control of the property. Why do I say I haven't bought it? Because I'm waiting for one document. And that document, it's called the certificate of the section 42 in brackets 2. And that comes from the master's office. I've been waiting for that certificate for the last 2 years. In the meantime, what have I done? Let me go and show you the actual property that I bought the first time when I went to see this property. Let's check it out.
Yeah. Okay. This is the house. Apparently this is a deceased house, so this is the neighbor's house, which looks so nice. They've got a cottage there. If you look further down there, that is the garage. We're going to go there now. This is the outside. Okay, it's got a little bit of a lower roof. Okay, and we're going in. Okay, this looks like a scullery, sort of like, or should I say, that's what I'm thinking we can make it. This was a bathing room. We can make it a kitchen because this is the entrance of the house. It hasn't been vandalized too bad though, you know, compared to what I saw yesterday. This is I think lounge, sort of like. Can make it. All right. The roof was a little bit low. I mean, it's an old house, so it's cool. And then this is the dining. So we said lounge, dining, yes. So we can make this the dining. And the dining's got, that's like a triple wall or something like that. Okay, it goes out there. And it goes into a veranda of sort. Which is cool, I think. And this is the main bedroom. It's small. Let's see, 1, 2. It's a 3 by 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a 3 by 4. It's a very tiny bedroom. The smell is bad in here. Okay, this is the bathing room. Could leave it like this, and we could split this right somewhere here, and we can make that a walk-in wardrobe. And coming next door here, this we could make a bedroom and extend. There's a little bit of a area there outside. We could just make that a bathing room, shower of sort. This is also another, was the old kitchen. Could make this a bedroom and also have the shower from outside there. So all in all, now we have bedroom 1, bedroom 2, bedroom 3, men in suit. We're going back, and we are in the lounge. We could possibly break away this to make, if it's not structural, to make it nice and big, or we could make it pillar like, but you can see how thick the wall is there. That looks like almost like a quadruple wall. Okay, cool. We're going out. I'm going to take another different video so that you can go out.
Whew! I know you want to run away, but before I show you how this project has turned out, I have long finished the reno, but I'm not going to show you what it looks like today. I actually want to go in and actually do a full walkthrough onto this property. So check out for one of our Sunday videos where we do walkthroughs on a property. But now that you have seen what it looks like, you might be saying to yourself, TJ, was there an opportunity? Yes, I bought it for just above 200,000. That was number one. Number two, I went in to put a reno on it for around about 300,000. So you can see how much I've spent. Okay, that's number one. Number two, this property hasn't registered. And for that reason, I am collecting rent on that property. I cannot sell it, which is another bummer. And I cannot put a bond on it, which is another bummer. So what I've done now is the other opportunity is that I am now collecting rent on this property, and I've been collecting rent. Actually, we just had our first tenant moving out after about a year or so, a year and a half, I think. But the opportunity is that I've put in a bit of money and now I'm collecting rent, and I still have this asset. I'm in control of it now. So I bought it, right? Let me clarify that the buying part of it. I put in an offer and we said, okay, we know what we are jumping into. It's a deceased. Actually, it's a double deceased. It's a husband and a wife who passed on, and the daughter has sold, and the daughter is not even in South Africa. Like, she don't care. So now I've taken possession of the property, and there's an attorney who's managing everything. On a monthly basis, they send me the rates and taxes, we pay. On a monthly basis, they send us our usage, and then we pay. Who's paying that? My tenant. Am I getting a reward out of it? Yes, because I am renting it out. And over and above that, I am still going to buy this property. So my offer to purchase together with my guarantees are in place. And out of that, I am reaping the reward. Now, I am still waiting on the Section 42 certificate. I'm still waiting for it. It's been 2 years plus. And we're still waiting. And we're still waiting. So, the motive of this story is that if you jump on into a deceased estate, do you have, number one, the tools to it? No, the resources that can allow you to hold on for this long. That's number one. Number two, do you actually have resources that you can jump in and do it on the project, right? Before you have full control. Number three, do you see a risk in terms of, are you able, is there a risk in you controlling the project and going in to renovate before it registers? Do you see it as an opportunity or as a risk? Like everyone else have their own ways in which we manage our risk. So for some people are like, TJ, no, I'm going to walk away, right? But I saw an opportunity. And at the moment, I'm banking some good money on it. And I'm hoping that for those that have had an experience of a deceased estate, it's been smoother. This has been my worst one. I've had others, but those ones have been smoother. And I just wanted to share with you the journey so far. But for now, I'm going to end here. But I'm going to give you again the before, and then I'm going to give you the after. We'll check you out on the next video.